Welcome everyone. Beautiful session. Topic tonight is, can we free from pain and sorrow? And everyone in their life has to go through this. So for centuries, mankind have lived with various depths of pain and sorrow. And either they've had long life or short life, but they've all been in it and gone. So coming and going in this pain and sorrow and pain and sorrow. And once they go through the pain, then they're happy again, then they're in pain again. But not many really want to sit and reflect on it and ask, like, is there any way of coming out of this? So very few people come into this inquiry of, I want to end this. So first we ask, what is sorrow? So we never question when we are in pleasure or happy, we never question, but when we are in pain, nobody likes pain. So, we again have to sort of ask that, what is that? So, sorrow can be personal or at global level. So personal level is all about me, my identification, my attachments, seeing that, yes, I'm very tearful, I'm in pain, and something doesn't feel right, and accumulating of all the memories of past and future, and my thoughts, and the loneliness, and all that, which, or someone who dies, the loved one dies, or broken relationship, and all that really brings it, you down. And then there is the global sorrow, which is like we can see that the elements of this nature are being destroyed, the power of that creating greed around, and we see a lot of poverty all over the place. And of course, we need to do something about these people who are controlling their arrogance, and constant chattering, and not really doing much, but just chattering. So that's the second level. And the third, of course, is, you would say it's not so much, but again, it's something that we have to observe. Yes, so that's our third stage, is someone's illness, and children, family, partner, the job, and finance, loneliness, and want to be loved, and all this creates pain and sorrow. So there's grief there and brokenness there. So you see that it is just like a wave, this is just coming and going and coming and going. So if we really start to observe, this is what's happening. So men have lived in this agony, but nobody really kind of wants to eliminate it, or think about how I can get out. So they look for short-term fixtures, like go for drink, go for full body makeup, or drugs, all these outside objects, entertainment, holiday, or completely going to this excitement that they think will be permanent to entertain themselves. They might go on holiday, and then stimulation of some sort, whatever. So it's not doing anything, because that is coming out of a limited space. So it's not going to bring you anywhere. But the wise will say, enough is enough. I've got to face this now, and I want to really work at it. So they take the depth of this inwards. And how do you do it? So they're not going to do it with anger or any kind of, violence or bitterness, pressure. They're not going to do through that. They're going to go through with observation now, in complete awareness, because when you observe, this is happening at body mind level. It is not who we truly are. And bringing that separation, that wedge, to observe, to observe, to observe. And by observing, you are transforming, because you're working on yourself. And as you work on yourself, you are progressing, because this is where you now come into the intelligence of the higher truth, where false and fake is going to fall away from your life, and you can see the changes around you. and you can see now you're no longer tied to that situation or whatever, and it's not taking you up and down like a yo-yo. You don't feel trapped. There's some kind of liberation here. And you also begin to see there's passion and compassion, of oneness, because you see everything in the universe as yourself. So there's less of me and identity now, and enormous vitality comes out of this, which is so beautiful to show what your reality is. So now you are transcending, and it is a journey of the self. So no partner can come with you. You can't say, oh, join me in this and come with me. It is not that. It is your self work and your self progress. So from birth to death, many of the people have just gone like Tom and Jerry. You know how Jerry gets all excited, a little bit of cheese is put there, comes out the hole and just runs around like crazy. And then not happy, go back into the hole. So people accept just this situation and they live through it, but they never think now, I'm not going to react with this anymore. I'm going to stop chasing that cheese, which is causing my to go up and down. So it's beautiful to sort of say now that I want to dance with this pain and sorrow, to override it and to go beyond to this emptiness, which is beautiful space waiting for me. So very few people would take this journey, to go beyond. And this is when we say that your merits have brought you here. So, never feel miserable that why am I in this situation? Well, you are, totally selected for this awakening. So consider yourself extraordinary and ready to serve through this. And strive, because it is so rare to have given this opportunity and finish it in this life. Why not? So keep observing and drop, and you will see it that whenever any of this situation come in front of you, you may see people around you who are in absolute pain and sorrow, but it is not affecting you. And isn't that freedom in itself? I think that is a beautiful freedom, and it's a bit like a street light. And if you light, you would be useful in this world. So you'll be recognized in a way that others can benefit. So it is not for selfish interest, it is for the worldly interest. Thank you. Namaste.